Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Swampy Comics. I'm Swampy. Let's jump into another weekly tier list where I'm going to be putting all the comics that I picked up this week of September 24th, 2025, up into a tier list. And it's a big week, so I'm going to be talking about some books a little more than others. And I mean, it was a really good week to kind of give you a preview about how I felt about a lot of things. Let's just jump right into it with an amazing book. We got Absolute Wonder Woman number 12. This is written by Kelly Thompson with art by Hayden Sherman, colors by Jordi Belair, and letters by Becca Carey. And in this issue, we have the conclusion of the Maze story arc we've been on with Diana since issue 8. And boy, oh boy, I love this. I mean, we have it opening up with a big fight between Diana and Clea. She makes moves to help Ferdinand and Io escape from the maze, and it's all really great. I am really excited to see where we go from here because there were tons of reveals. I mean, we're just going to get full into spoiler territory with this one. I mean, it's hard not to when you're reviewing these things, but here we go. I mean, the reveal that Themyscira exists in the absolute universe is absolutely awesome, and that was a great way of doing it. The reveal of Zatanna, my girl Zatanna, existing in the absolute universe was fantastic, and a lot of intrigue and mystery going on with how Ferdinand and the siren that was rescued from the maze Petra, how they're going to factor into the future of this series, as well as Diana's, cast of human counterparts, people like Barbara, Etta, and Steve. And not only that, about what happened to Io. I mean, it's the second she stepped out of the maze, they said it was like lightning hit her, and I'm thinking, Zeus, did you have something to do with this? Is there yeah, are Amazonians not supposed to be without, outside of certain bounds, and maybe due to Diana's upbringing in Hell, that she doesn't have to abide by those rules? I don't know. It's going to be exciting to see. I cannot wait to see where this book goes from here. The art in this was top tier. The action scenes were so cool and so well done. Um, yeah, it's no surprise that Kelly Thompson won the Hugo last year for this series. This is, I mean, I'm gonna say it every issue probably for the next I don't know how many, but this is one of the best books on the market right now. And this issue is probably the best issue of this book so far, and that's saying a lot. That's a lot of good issues in this past, and this is firmly S tier. Oh my gosh, firmly S tier without a doubt. Oh, what an issue. Next up, we have Detective Comics 1101. This is a storyline called The Courage That Kills Part 1. And this is written by Tom Taylor with art and colors by Mikhail Yanin and letters by Wes Abbott. And this is the first Detective Comics that's picking up after the relaunch of Batman with Matt Fraction taking over things. And so it's really I mean, I'm sure they kind of hoped to plan it this way, but the numbering is really cool and on point. I like that they're going to be kind of direct. God forbid any delays. But man, yeah, what to say about Detective Comics 1101? The last issue of Detective Comics was my first Detective Comics, and it was kind of a different one. It being issue number 1100. It definitely felt like a tribute to Batman rather than a book about Batman doing stuff. With a lot of the book focusing on the people of Gotham and how Batman affects their lives in positive ways. But this is just kicking off straight to a really cool Batman adventure. He goes to help this ship that has a distress signal, and it turns out it's crashed into this abandoned ship that Batman finds a bunch of diseased people on. And it's definitely going to lead into something larger. There's a lot of intrigue going on here. And I really like seeing Batman, what he doing what he does best besides kicking ass, but that's saving people. And man, the colors in this, like, if we're going to be rolling with this creative team for a while, I am on board. I mean, this looks and feels um, different than the one issue we've gotten from Matt Fraction's run, but this is, yeah, it still feels in the same universe while just, yeah, I mean, the colors in this really struck me as something special. This is really cool. I really enjoyed this. I'm glad I jumped into Batman and Detective Comics at this time. It seems like I'm catching the wave at a perfect point. I'm gonna put this in A tier. I am really stoked to continue on with this series. But next up, what do we got? Oh, Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. This is number 3, and this is by writer. Don't forget Jerry Duggan. Nerd poker fans would get that reference. With artist Paco Medina on board, as well as Javier Garron helping with art, and colors by Jesus Aburtov, and letters by Travis Lanham. And this continues with Godzilla, starting off with after being banished by Doctor Strange to the astral plane at the end of last issue. This issue picks up with Godzilla wandering through the astral plane and stumbling upon Dormammu and kicking his ass to the point where Dormammu drops him off in Madripoor and is like, "Good riddance." Oh, I hate this lizard. And yeah, I thought that was really funny. And Godzilla goes on a little Madripoor rampage fighting the X-Men, like from the 90s. It was really cool to see, really awesome to see. But yeah, there's not a lot to say about this. This was just fun and awesome. Um, Silly dessert style popcorn comics. Yeah, not a lot to say, but if you don't like this kind of stuff, I feel bad for you because it's a lot of fun. Um, Nothing classic, nothing to write home about, but definitely something I'd recommend to people, and I'm going to continue reading. So we'll put this in B tier. This is great. This makes Guy Gardner smile for sure. Um, all right, next up. Ooh, we got an epic one, Green Lantern number 27. This is the Starbreaker Supremacy Part 5. And this issue is written by Jeremy Adams with art by Zermanico and colors by Romulo Fiardo Jr. with letters by Dave Sharp. And oh my goodness, this one was a banger. This is, I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about the Starbreaker Supremacy. I was like, this is good, but is it like on the top end of Green Lantern like story arcs? Like, in the 6 issue format, you know what I mean? I mean, not like something huge like Blackest Night or Sinestro Corps War that is super spanning, but I mean, who knows what this is setting up for the future? That's the beauty of these Green Lantern comics, and what Jeff Johns kind of set is the standard that a lot of people have tried to emulate. I think Jeremy Adams is doing a great job at that. But yeah, this is a great Green Lantern story arc. It is really, it's turned out like I've been a little hard on the past couple issues, but no, the pacing's all on point. I've gone through and read it again in preparation for this issue coming out, and this is great. This is good stuff. And I mean, setting up for the return of Krona is a big deal, and John Stewart's sacrifice in order to light all the central power batteries that they were building on Oa to ignite all the different lantern cores again. I mean, that is just classic epic superhero Green Lantern awesomeness. Like I loved this. I really did, and this is one of those issues that reminds me of why I'm such a Green Lantern fan. It's going in S. It's going in S. This is one of the best issues that I've read of Jeremy Adams' run, a run that I've really liked. So yeah, moving on to our next comic, we got Justice League Unlimited number 11. This is setting up DCKO, and what a chaotic, crazy, fun issue. We have Captain Atom and Power Girl and Kadeos being ripped down to it, hell, not hell, but subterranean Earth by the colossal boy of the Legion of Darkseid. We have Mr. Terrific fighting off a bunch of parademons and trying to keep them quarantined. We have Niles Calder from Doom Patrol and Metamorpho operating on frickin' Doomsday the Time Trapper. And all of it culminating with the exact same end as Superman 30. Um, this was just a big issue. This was awesome. This got me so hyped. Well, kept me hyped for DCKO. Yeah, this way over my shoulder. It's right there on my wall. I look at it every day. I'm really excited for this. And this being the first issue officially of the DCKO event, it's a winner. I'm super hyped and into this. I can't wait. This is 100% an A tier issue. Oh yeah, and I forgot credits with this one because I was just so excited to jump in and talk about it. But this is by writer Mark Wade with art by Carmine Di Giandomenico. Yes, I nailed it that time. And letters by Ariana Mar. All right, moving on. We got a lot of books to get to, so let's go through really quick here. Mr. Terrific Year One. This is by writer Al Letson with art by Valentin Delandro, and his colors done by Marissa Louise, and Edwin Galmon handling his own art and colors in the other part of the book, and letters by Lucas Gattoni. And just like every issue of this series, it starts off with Mr. Terrific kind of in the present day dealing with an adventure that's being slowly pieced together as the series goes on. And then in the main meat of the book, we have the Michael Holt's history, and kind of like this what's her name, Prescott, Athena Prescott storyline about how she's bought out his company and this technology, and she wants to start this really really dangerous power source that Mr. Terrific knows is terrible, and he knows she's kind of doing it despite knowing the dangers, and so he's trying to stop her. Not only by himself, but with the help of Bruce Wayne. Hopefully, he's trying to convince Bruce to use his money to make a hostile takeover, basically, of Prescott Industries. But on the hero side, like actually in doing the hero, not that Bruce Wayne isn't one, but doing some more heroing is Jefferson Pierce, Black Lightning, stepping in to help Michael take care of things. And when we, yeah, they do some awesome heroing, some great action takes place. And this is building up to a showdown with Athena, who seems she's gotten superpowers of her own in the next issue. And I don't know. I really like this. This series is awesome. I really hope this leads into a mainline Mr. Terrific book. If it does, I am totally there. Because, in his words in this issue, he's Mr. Terrific, god damn it. Right. Yeah, this is A tier. This is a great issue. I really liked this. Good, good, good stuff. All right, next issue. What do we got? Oh, New History of the DC Universe, number 3, by writer Mark Wade, pencils by Dan Jurgens, inks by Norm Rapin, colors by John Calise, colors by David Barron, letters by Todd Klein, and pencils and inks by Doug Mankey. Big team on this book. Big team of hardworking peeps throwing together some nice continuity for us. I really enjoyed this. If you're into history books and continuity and all that type of stuff that tells you where all the stuff you liked came from in a lore sense, then yeah, you should be picking up this series already. This is the penultimate one. Part 4 is the next and last issue, and I'm definitely going to be picking it up. It's kind of weird to rate this on a scale of story or whatever, but let's just be nice and put it in B tier. It's good stuff. Good stuff. My one gripe about it is that I wish the Green Lantern era would have got its own double page splash. I think it really deserved that, but it did get 2 pages. It was just you turn one and then you know, but or maybe it did get a double page. I don't know. I wanted a whole lot more. Is that fair? Um, yeah, it was the last thing I read last night, and I kind of just thumbed through it because I'll be thumbing through these at random times. So, good stuff. Next up, big book, Skinbreaker #1. This is by writer Robert Kirkman and artist David Finch, with colors by Annalisa Leone and letters by Russ Wooten. This is the new book by Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead and Invincible, among many other things that he's worked on and been a part of and created. But Skinbreaker, yeah, I'm really excited for this. I've kind of wanted a more fantasy feeling book. I've been hungry for that, and judging from the first issue, this is going to fill that itch. I've heard a lot of comparisons to Avatar, but I think that's just kind of ways a good way for people to express a more primal setting with very very unique vegetation and coloring. But this is good. The art in this is jaw dropping, and I think and hope we're on the cusp of one of the next great Kirkman IPs. The I mean, there's it's the first issue. There hasn't even been that much world building, but already I'm into this place. I really like what I see. I like the environment we're in, and a for such a simple story to get me hooked by the end of the first issue. I mean, that's a total win. This was an amazing debut issue. We're definitely gonna put this in the A tier. This is great. No, you know what? We need something non-DC and S tier, and I'm like literally as I'm talking about this, I'm telling myself I'm gonna read this after I'm done recording. So, yeah, I mean that says it. It's the first thing I want to read twice. It's going S tier. Um, man, next up we got a doozy, a doozy indeed. Superman #30. This is the Legion of Darkseid Part 3, The Great Collision, co-starring Booster Gold. Right. I don't know why I said Booster Gold so weird. That caught me off guard. Anyway, this is written by Joshua Williamson with art by Dan Mora, colors by Alejandro Sanchez, and letters by Ariana Mar. And holy crap, this is hands down one of the best comics I've read all year, and that's saying a lot. There's been so many good things. I mean, Absolute Wonder Woman 12 that I just talked about was one of the best comics I've read all year, and this is right up. I mean, um, it's just so good. Yep, there I go. This is the one that's making me stumble. I, I'm having just a hard time expressing how much I enjoy this kind of comic book storytelling with big moments and twists that really matter and make me when I just put down the comic I just literally said out loud hell yeah, because this is, I mean, Joshua Williamson's Superman run is so good, and this is my first Superman, and I've pieced around. I read a lot in the 90s, and I read a tiny bit of New 52 and wasn't into it. And then, what's the other? I read a little bit of Birthright. And I did like that. But, I mean, this just feels so special. It feels so modern and current and edgy in the right ways. And Dan Mora's art really helps sell that. But it still maintains that DC, we're wearing our superheroes on our sleeves and what they stand for, kind of like, just on its sleeve. And I just, yeah, I really like, I mean, listen to me, I can barely get through this. Let's just scoot this baby right up to the S. A lot of good books this week. A lot of good books this week. All right. Man, let's move on. We got another Superman book, Superman Unlimited #5. This is Into the Heart of the Kryptonite Kingdom, Part 1 of 2, Man of Gold. This is by writer Dan Slott, with art by Rafael Albuquerque, colors by Marcello Maiolo, and letters by David Sharp. I keep on saying David, and it's just Dave Sharp. But um, yeah, this issue, I don't know. I'm liking Superman Unlimited, but it definitely feels like the lesser Superman book. But that's like saying Absolute Flash or Absolute Green Lantern are the lesser Absolute books. It's just the B minus to B plus book in a stack of A's and A pluses, you know. Um, but I really like this. I felt this issue was really more getting to the heart of what I was hoping to get out of this. Like the last two issues were pretty well, not the last two. The last issue with Bat Superman, you know, like that whole where Bat Superman situation that was a little out there, but still felt a lot of really fun. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff I was hoping for. I mean, Superman's gone to El Cadero, the Kryptonite Kingdom. We find out about the backstory of the king, and we also find out that Lois Lane has snuck her way in, and things might not be going so well for old Soups. Yeah, I don't know. This is good stuff. It's fun. If you like Superman, you should be buying this, but it's also, I'm not going to put it in the category of I can't miss this. Except for I did just realize I missed the super cute cover where he's catching a kitten. So I might have to rectify that sometime soon. But yeah, anyway, Superman Unlimited number 5 is decent. It's good. Yeah, B tier. Nothing to complain about. Nothing to jump up in the air about either. Um, totally serviceable and good. But next up, we got The Mortal Thor number 2. This is by writer Al Ewing with art by Pasquale Ferry, and colors by Matt Hollingsworth. And in this issue, we pick up back with Sigurd, just kind of with a one-track mind. First, he wanted to get a job, and now he just wants to take on Roxxon Corporation for hero reasons. I mean, because it's the right thing to do. And we kind of he comes back into his own and remembers his old name to a degree. And yeah, I really like this weird place that we're in right now. It feels a little bit like American Gods in a way, but definitely the Marvel version of that, and not in a rip-offy kind of way. Just very, I don't know. Anybody that's read that series might agree with me that it does feel a little like that. But this is so good. Um, this is a great jumping on point for getting into a Thor series or the Thor series because this is Legacy number 788. Um, but yeah, man, I really like the Mortal Thor so far. This issue was mainly him kicking ass and remembering who he was, and it was really cool to see him take his, you know, just normal big old construction hammer and drill a hole in it and stick a bungee cord through it, and we got Thor throwing his hammer and it coming back to his hand in a completely practical sense with no magic whatsoever, and it's super awesome and super brutal, and I can't wait to see where we keep going with this. Um, yeah, this is great. It's going A tier for sure. For sure. Next up, The Thing number 5. This is bringing a close to this mini series. That's known in title in the inside as The King of Yancey Street. And in this, we have Ben Grimm successfully bringing Sarah back to her mother. But when he does, Hammerhead is there to confront him with some of his goons, and he's not only stolen some super strength, you know, like all the other villains throughout this series, but he's taken Sarah's power as well. And yeah, it seems to be a little bit of a more of a tough fight than Thing thought he was gonna have. But of course, he's the Thing. He's Ben Grimm. He overcomes and he saves the day. I really like this series. I would suggest it to anyone who kind of likes the Thing or the Fantastic Four or just Marvel Comics in general. This is just a 5 issue good time superhero romp. My only complaint is this last issue felt a little anticlimactic. I kind of hoped we were going to be swinging above our weight with Hammerhead, but nope, he was the last boss of this, and Thing handled him handily. Um, but not only that, but Thing's friend who started this whole series with saying that his niece needed help turned out to be the one that sold her out in the first place, and yeah, it got a little dark there. But Thing gets through to her to Sarah and helps her overcome her fear and self doubt, in a way that only a Marvel superhero could. And yeah, this was good. I really liked this Thing series. But this last issue was a little bit anticlimactic for me. So I am gonna put it in the B tier. All right. Next up, we got The Vision and the Scarlet Witch, number 5. This is written by Steve Orlando with art by Jacopo Camagni, colors by Ruth Redmond, and letters by Travis Lanham. And in this one, we have Scarlet Witch and Vision, or Wanda and Viz, going up against Gargantos, aka Shuma Gorath, um, because you know, he wants to destroy stuff even more than Grim Reaper did, and Scarlet Witch and Viz, they want Grim Reaper to stand punishment, not just to be consumed for more power. Like that's not the way it's supposed to go down. Um, yeah, I thought the fight with old Shuma Gorath, gotta call him Gargantos, I guess now. With old Gargantos was pretty cool. Um, he was dispatched a little faster and a little easier than I thought. Some bigger old gods just came out. It was, um, I felt it was a little bit of the low point of this issue because it just reminded me of that corny scene in episode Star Wars Episode One. Oh, there's always a bigger fish. Like, yeah, okay, there's bigger old gods and this old god that's nearly indestructible, and yeah, whatever. It's fine. Not a big deal. Because what this issue did have was a lot of heart. This really brought this mini series to a great close, and it was beautiful watching Viz and Scarlet and Wanda um, live out an eternity together, and seeing that described, and you know, it made me hopeful for what's hopefully in store for the future for these two. Like let's get them back together. I want to see that. This was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and some great art to boot. A tier for Scarlet Witch and Vision. And this week, my pick of the week is definitely here. I should just start doing this now. Boom. Superman 30. Let's move you to the top. But Superman 30 was, yeah, my pick of the week for sure. This is literally one of the best superhero comics I've ever read. This ruled so hard, and solidified Josh Williams is, I think, one of the best Superman writers ever, and definitely Dan Mora as one of the best comic book artists, if not superhero comic book art, or just all of it. Dan Mora is a legend already, and it's really cool to be here buying these things on the stand during his prime. Um, yeah. Um, man, I'm gonna be bummed the day that if Dan Mora ever decides to leave DC and go to Marvel. Because man, that's gonna be a rough one. He is such a killer. Like this art's so good. And there's Pebble behind me, rubbing her face on the Wolverine comic. Hi, hi, sweetie. All right, I'll wrap up the video. Anyway, that's the tier list, everyone. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you can. Leave a comment below, and we'll catch you next week. But in the meantime, everybody, stay safe out there and keep reading.